Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A 40% pay hike is a lot to ask, and now the domestic three automakers are pushing back against UAW demands in the national contract talks. Thanks for being here with us for the News at 6. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Karen Drew in for Devin tonight. UAW President Shawn Fain wants the union to get back everything it gave up during the auto bankruptcies.
And there are signs these national contract talks are about to get contentious. Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney live tonight with the latest. Rod.
Yeah, good evening, Kimberly. I want to reiterate the 40% number, okay? The UAW says this is what the auto CEO pay has been just over the last 4 years, the life of this contract. And so what they're saying is that the membership deserves that or perhaps even more.
Our message going into bargaining is clear. Record profits mean record contracts.
He's asking for things like a 32-hour work week, the ability to strike over plant closures, and a return of pensions. Until now, the automakers sat back quietly. Now, they're signaling there is a limit to Fain's fire breathing. General Motors saying on its UAW negotiations website, quote, the breadth and scope of the presidential demands at face value would threaten our ability to do what's right for the long-term benefit of the team. A fair agreement rewards our employees and also enables GM to maintain our momentum now and into the future. We think it's important to protect U.S. manufacturing and jobs in an industry that is dominated by non-unionized competition. Stellantis today out with a similar statement, quote, we have been clear that during these negotiations, we intend to fairly reward our represented employees for their contributions. However, it will be critical to find common ground that doesn't jeopardize our ability to continue investing in the affordable products, services, and technology that our customers want and that would allow us to continue providing good jobs here at home, end quote. Wayne State University auto analyst Dr. Merrick Masters weighed in today.
What they need to do is to protect as many of the union jobs as possible, garner as high a wage increase as they possibly can, and use that as a jumping stone to hopefully organize other parts of the industry.
Now, Ford is also out with a statement tonight. We look forward to working with the UAW on creative solutions during this time when our dramatically changing industry needs a skilled and competitive workforce more than ever. It's going to be an interesting fall. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
So much more to come on this. Okay, Rod, thank you.
COVID cases and hospitalizations have begun ticking up again across the country and locally as well. CDC says it is the first increase seen this year. Health officials are also detecting more of the virus in wastewater, particularly in the West, the Midwest, also the Northeast. So what is behind the summer rise? Experts believe the heat may be partially to blame. The Department of Health and Human Services declared the end of the COVID-19 public health emergency on May 11th. But of course, the virus itself never actually went away.
All regions of the country are showing increases in hospitalizations.
We've seen a summer rise before. Experts say one factor is many are gathering indoors to beat the summer heat.
And when you're inside, the ventilation's different. People are closer together. So I think that's part of it.
Pharmacy chains, including CVS, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, say they'll have the new COVID-19 vaccines just as soon as they're authorized by the FDA and recommended by the CDC.
The good news is we have much less COVID-19 being circulated, it looks like, and we certainly see much less consequential COVID-19.
The major manufacturers will have updated COVID shots coming this fall to target an Omicron subvariant currently circulating.
A lot of people haven't had a vaccine in a year. Well, what do we know about the vaccines? They're great for the first 4 months for every age group, and then they start to slack at 6 months.
That's why health officials hope to time the new shots to protect people, as cases are expected to climb more significantly during the fall and winter months.
There's going to be a massive push across the United States to get your flu shot and to get your COVID vaccine updated, and then for the over 60, get that new RSV vaccine.
Federal health officials are hoping to move toward a flu shot model for the COVID vaccines, where the shots are actually updated each year and available in the fall. The CDC has also just signed off on a new immunization to help prevent RSV in children under 8 months old.
Bed Bath & Beyond may be out of business, but scammers want you to believe they're still offering unreal deals. Tonight, we reveal how they're targeting people and how you can spot the scam. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is live in Southfield tonight with more. Hank.
Yeah, and Kimberly, these deals look unbelievable. As you mentioned, most of the storefronts like this one here, they are closed now, right? There's no inventory in the store, but some believe that inventory has now made its way online. Is it really true? Are these deals great, or are people being scammed? Take a look.
Take a look at some of the ads we saw posted online. Perhaps you've also seen them on your Facebook feed. It certainly looks like these are unbelievable deals. After all, Bed Bath & Beyond going out of business. It is time to get some merchandise. But this is nothing more than a big scam.
We all know Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business, so they must have all this product to dump. Hey, I can get a screaming deal.
Melanie Ducanel with the Better Business Bureau has been tracking this scam and has this warning for you.
Even those right rail ads, you click on it and the URL pops up and it has somebody completely different. That's your first red flag.
And it's not just Bed Bath & Beyond. Scammers using that name right now just because of all the news regarding bankruptcy. But other retailers, including Home Depot, have been targeted. The bottom line is you have to make sure the deal is legit, and that means going to the real website.
They're not normal deals, and the sad thing is that we all want that screaming deal. My grandma raised me to look for that screaming deal, but I gotta be careful.
The screaming deals you are seeing that apply to Bed Bath & Beyond, those are nothing more than big scams. Bed Bath & Beyond making news, teaming up now with Overstock. A lot of the inventory will make its way there, but if you see ads and sales that are specific to Bed Bath & Beyond, make sure you know what you're really getting. 9 times out of 10, it's nothing more than a scam. We're live here tonight. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank. Back to you.
Have to be so careful. All right, Hank, thank you.
Border Patrol officers seize a big batch of drugs, and they're sharing a photo of the MDMA they confiscated. Take a look. Agents found 113 pounds of the illegal stimulant hidden inside a shipment of legitimate goods. It happened during an inspection at the Blue Water Bridge July 25th. The vehicle carrying the drugs was detained. Border Patrol warns all travelers to be careful with what they try to bring across the border.
Well, parts of the country are bracing for another weekend of extreme heat. Right now, 62 million people are under heat alerts across the U.S. As a new round of potentially record-breaking temperatures arrive in the South, heavy rainfall is causing problems in the Midwest.
Roads turn to rivers, trees ripped from their roots, blocking off roads. Relentless rainfall triggering flooding and devastation across parts of Missouri and Illinois. This as a new round of blistering temperatures expected to sear the South, with more than 100 heat records having the potential to be shattered this weekend.
See the temperatures, they're really bad.
Extreme temperatures proving lethal across the U.S. Parts of Arizona reporting 64 heat-related deaths so far this year, and 14 people have been killed by the heat in Maricopa County this past week alone, where the city of Phoenix is forecast to see sizzling temperatures over 110 for the next 7 days.
This is unreal. Day, night, never seen anything like it.
In Florida,
I think we saw exactly what we feared, which is that this is the moving front of severe bleaching up through the Keys and now up into Miami-Dade.
Scorching water temperatures are having devastating bleaching impacts on coral life, which are melting off their skeletons in the unusually warm ocean water.
And it's also worth noting the average surface temperature of the world's oceans hit a record high in July of 69.7 degrees Fahrenheit. One of the world's top oceanographers describes that as exceptionally and unseasonably warm.
All right, Kim is going to join us, talk us a little bit about the weekend.
That's right. It's finally upon us, and we're hoping to get out and enjoy it, Kim, with some good weather.
Oh, we sure can get out and enjoy it tonight and tomorrow, even through most of the day on Sunday. It's a really pleasant night. Temperatures now are in the 70s in Lapeer, 77 in Port Huron, upper 70s in Mount Clemens, the warm spot downtown Detroit at 86. Metro checks in at 83 degrees. There's lots of heat, but it's all down 2 hours south. In fact, right now it's 88 in Indianapolis, mid-80s in Columbus. We had that front come through yesterday, touched off just some isolated severe weather up in the thumb, but it has left us with cooler, drier air. So for the start of the weekend, we'll have a lot of sunshine. Temperatures will top out in the low 80s tomorrow, and we then bring in a chance for severe weather on Sunday, but it looks to be more of an overnight Sunday and into Monday. So we'll talk more about the timing of what we're expecting on Sunday in just a few minutes.